Hello everybody and welcome back to another hike. Today we are hiking up to the summit of the Kranzhorn Mountain. I've really thought about putting this into my Hidden Treasures series, but I didn't, as you may have probably seen, because I think it doesn't fit well into that category, because this is a not too known but a pretty well-known path. And I just realized I forgot my hat. I need to go back. Yep, much better, because I really don't want my precious head to be burned. Where was I? Yeah, this is a pretty well-known path, not overcrowded or anything, and it even has a hut in the middle of it where you can sit down and eat some food, get some nice cold drinks, a beer or whatever you would like. So yeah, this is a known path. That's why I didn't put it in the Hidden Treasures playlist. But still, it's a hiking vlog, and it's my absolute favorite summit here in the Bavarian and Austrian Alps. The first around 500 meters from the parking place will take you up this forest road, in lack of a better word, until you come to this junction where we have to go right. Good thing here is that it's really well signed where you have to go. So yeah, we have to go right here, and here you have a choice. You can either follow the road on the right or take a shortcut that is so washed out that it's basically a separate road to the left, and that's where we are going, because I always like the shortcuts way more, because they are, I don't know, just more beautiful to walk on, and it feels more nature connected. What can I say? So now we're just about 1.3 kilometers into the hike, but I've already made 120 altitude meters, and we're closing in on a cross junction that really got me confused the first time I was here. So I'm gonna show it to you in order to get you not confused. As you see, it splits up into a triangle basically, and only two paths really, but it got me confused, so I'm just telling you. This is the road that will bring you up to the Kranzhorn summit and to the Alm, to the little restaurant up there, but we want to go left. You see how that junction apparently still confuses me? We're going right, of course. We're going the right path. Yeah, I swear to God, I didn't even realize while filming it, and I didn't correct myself. So yeah, still confusing, but I've realized it now. Because this is the way more beautiful, way nicer way to go. Now this is an interesting perspective. Hello. Okay, enough fooling around. Yeah, in order to use this path though, you have to cross an acre, a field, where there's normally live animals on there. I see a few horses up there that are roaming around freely here. Sometimes there's cows. It does smell like cows, so you have to cross this gate, where there's a gate built in for hikers. So yeah, it says private property, but you are allowed to cross. You just, well, basically go on your own risk. But yeah, that's just for them to be safe. But we want to go up there. But be warned, you see a building up there, but that's not the where we want to go. We have to go even further up. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Please always leave the gates shut, because it's really important in order to leave the kettle where it is, to hold the kettle where it is. Okay, my phone just told me that I don't have an internet connection, which is fair in the mountains. I hope it didn't mess up the recording. We will see. Now that we've left the forest behind for a bit, not for the rest of the hike, you can already see behind me. If you turn around, you will have the first really nice views over the Austrian Alps in the back there. It's gonna be even greater later, but just look at it. Okay, hi. Hi. So, as we now just leave the building behind, the shed, I think this is a great place to look at what we've done already in terms of aerial views, showing you where we started and showing you where we have to go still. But first, look at these steps. It's just gorgeous going up here. Made it out of the sun again. Right behind me there you see the second gate where you get off the field again. And yeah, we're back into the forest and just heading towards our next cross junction, which we will just cross straight across in order to stay on the shortcuts, because I really don't know where this particular road will take you, because the Kranzhorn Alm and the summit are not signed here. It doesn't show you that you get there too, and I've never tried it. I always went with the shortcut. So yeah, we're going this way. Let's see, this is what I mean. The Kranzhorn is shown to go this way. And yeah, it says that we are, or should be, at the summit in 45 minutes. Don't think I will do that in time, just because of my filming, packing up the drone, getting it out again with the air camera. Might take me a bit longer. We are just about 2 kilometers going now, and 55 minutes, and we have 222 altitude meters behind us. So quite a lot, but there's still more to go, let's face it. I've just come across something really interesting that I wanted to show you. Just like I showed you the animals on the Senyk trail, there are some animals to be seen here too, but they are frankly way smaller, but in way bigger numbers. Let me show you. There's these big ant colonies everywhere here. You have them really every few meters. You see a new colony doing their thing, building, carrying stuff. It's just cool. I wish I had a real macro lens with me. Come on, focus. Focus. Let me try another lens of the phone. Okay, I can feel them crawling up my leg. Great. I mean, it's just cool. And another gate or step to cross over in order to keep the kettle where it should be, where it's supposed to be. But this one is just a small step ladder, so you don't have to, hello, here I am, yeah. So you don't have to worry about keeping a gate closed. Now ahead of me is one of the most demanding parts of the trek, because it's really steep now. But we will get through this. It's worth it, definitely, because you get to some great views up there. As you've already seen in the aerial, we are just about to see or get to the Kranzhorn Alm. I'm getting red and sweaty, but I'm okay. We're just about to see the Kranzhorn Alm, get there. So have the first part of the hike done, but there's one thing I really recommend, and I'll come to that when we're there. Okay, now we've just made it past the Kranzhorn Mountain, and yes, you've heard correctly, we've made it past it. This is a really strong recommendation from me. Don't sit down, have a drink, or much worse, eat something if you're planning to go to the summit, because you won't find the motivation to get up again. That's the crux of it. If you've already settled down and got comfortable, getting up again and making these last altitude meters will really be hard for you to do. So just push through and get to the summit first before you get comfortable, and yeah, treat yourself with a beer or something to eat. Push through to the end. And don't get fooled by that crossover there either, because that is definitely not the summit. As you see up to the right there is pretty much more to go. But as I like to call it, we're on the last stretch now. I've just reached the last bench before the summit and just realized that I didn't make a break at all up till here. That's maybe why my face is as red as it is. And I just decided to catch my breath again, enjoy the gorgeous view over the Inn Valley, so the Inntal in German, where you can see the river Inn really well, and you look into the Austrian part of the Alps to the left and into the German part of the Alps on the right, because the Inn is basically the border between the two countries here, and you are looking down into the so-called Kufsteiner Land and into the Chiemgau on the German side. Let me just show you. I always find myself struggling with this last stretch the most. I mean, sure, last stretch, it's getting steep again. But yeah, just in case you get into the same situation, just know that it's worth pushing through, and yeah, you will definitely not regret it. I mean, it's at this point it's only been 3.4 kilometers in distance, but 450 altitude meters as well, which is exhausting to a point. I know there's people way fitter that do this as their Sunday walk, but yeah, I'm not that person. And I'm getting out of breath. I'm still fine, but it's demanding. Alright, and just before the summit, you'll find this sign. One that is directing you back down the path we just came up to the Kranzhorn Alm, and the other one that says Mountain Chapel, basically. And yeah, there actually is a chapel up here, just underneath the summit, and we'll go there first because, yeah, save the best for the last, right? Okay, now to the actual final last stretch to the summit. This one is not a tricky one, but it's probably not for everyone, because if you have a fear of heights, consider yourself warned. It's gonna get steep to your sides. Alright everyone, we have made it to the summit of the Kranzhorn, and as you may have seen already, there's actually two crosses here. If I'm not completely wrong, this metal one is the German one, and the other one The wooden one in the back is the Austrian one, because the border between Austria and Germany sits right on top of the summit here. So I can actually cross the border to Austria. Well, I was in Austria before, like the whole walk was basically in Austria, but as of now, I am in Germany. And let me just walk over here a few meters. Now I'm in Austria again. That's one of the cool parts up here. And the view is just incredible. You basically have a, I would say, 270-degree surround view. Just a bit of the trees behind there blocking it, but just take this in. Yeah, so that's it for now. I will take a break up here a bit, catch my breath again. Well, don't really need to, but I want to enjoy the view, because it's just, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's just breathtaking up here, and that's what I love about this mountain so much, because you basically have the big Alps over there with the tame Caesar and the wild Caesar. Great names, I know, but those are two mountain ranges over there that you've seen earlier, and I've probably put in the names earlier. And you on the right side you have the Chiemgau region of Bavaria, Germany, which is basically just flat land, and it's just such a wild change in landscape. It's always great. So yeah, I'm gonna report back when I go down again. Okay, rested enough and going back down to the Kranzhorn to get something to eat because I'm hungry. And just as an update, because I forgot it earlier, up to here it took me pretty much exactly 2 hours, which isn't too bad considering I've always grabbed my phone and grabbed the drone and filmed and everything. So yeah, 2 hours, 3.7 kilometers up here and 489 altitude meters. So yeah, you know what you're in for if you want to do this hike on your own. So yeah, now just heading back to the Kranzhorn to get something to eat and something to drink to treat myself for this. And yeah, since you have basically seen all the way up here, I don't need to show you much, and I'll be back down at the Alm. So now it's time for some local schmankerl, as it's called here. Something to refresh myself or quench the thirst, something to get some sugar into me again, and the Leberkas. It's just best thing of the hike, really. So yeah, I'd say cheers, and we will see each other again after I'm done. So, let me take a sip first. Cheers. All right, just made it through all of that, and now I'm heading back down to the car. But yeah, since I need to restart the recording of the track again. But yeah, since you've already seen everything, because I basically just go back the way I came up, I guess this is now the perfect time to look back on what we've seen today. And yeah, I will see you in a bit. Now, thanks to the power of editing, I've made a really fast return to the cars. I can see my car already, so I thought I would wind this thing up here. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the trek as much as I did. It was really a ton of fun for me, because this is one of my absolute favorite hikes here in the Chiemgau and Austrian region. It's just, yeah, it means much to me, because it always frees my head. It's giving me peace walking this way, walking this trail. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that too, and if you did, then please leave a like, and if you want to see more, then subscribe to the channel, and even better, leave a comment. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like. I'm always open for criticism, always open for things that I could do better. But I feel like I'm getting better with the camera, talking to you guys. It all feels much more natural now, even though I still stumble. Yeah, see, best example. Even though I still stumble over some English words and can't find the correct word, but yeah, overall this is just a nice thing that I'm doing, and I really enjoy doing it. Yeah, and I hope you too. So yeah, I've just reached my car. Perfect timing, I would say. So I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.